So how's it going, ladies and gents, and welcome back to the channel. So I'm Brexter and I create content anything Yu-Gi-Oh and everything Yu-Gi-Oh. Today we are going to tackle up a certain variety of punk deck that hasn't been shown in Master Duels lately, or well, hasn't been shown in Master Duels by far. Well, let's get into Master Duels and check that deck out. So here we are, guys, and this is the punk deck that I want to show you. So this is Punk Shaddoll. The strength of this deck is its recovery. Its recovery phase after your first turn. And well, of course, first turn is not that really bad in a sense, because you have your Truking of All Calamity or your VFD on the field. Also, you also have some back rows that can protect you on your first turn, and if ever, with the help of your punk cards, this can help you throughout the turns. First and foremost, we have your Despot package or your Halki Fibrex and your Auroradon package, which we only use this one to summon VFD to the field, or your Truking of All Calamities. This is a much more specific for VFD only. First and foremost, yeah, you have your Despot, 3 copies of Maxis, 1 copy of Mecha Phantom Beast, your Hedgehog, Shaddoll Hedgehog, 3 copies of Maxis, 1 copy of Wendy. For your punks, you have Sharakusai, 1 copy of Madame Spider, 3 copies of Xiamin. Skumara is 2. Your Dragon is 1, just for popping 1 back row. Ariel is just for banishing 3 cards on the graveyard. Beast for drawing 1 card or drawing cards. Your 3 copies of Foxy Tune, and then your 2 copies of Ogre Dance. For your Magic and Trap, you have your Foolish Burial, your 3 copies of Shaddoll Fusion, 1 copy of Lightning Storm, 2 copies of Emergency Teleport, 2 copy of L Shaddoll Fusion, 2 copies of Cold by the Grave, 1 copy of Cross Out Designator, 1 copy of Infinite Impermanence, 1 copy of your Dangerous Gabu, and 1 copy of your Shaddoll Schism. So mainly this is pretty good. Even if you ever drew on your first turn with Shaddoll monsters and your punk cards, you can do a pretty good combo with that. For your extra deck, it's more on Shaddoll Winda, 2 copies of that, 2 copies of Shaddoll Construct, 1 copy of your Rising Carp, and then your basic Halki Fibrex combo, which includes the Synchro monsters, your Guardian Rose Maiden, your Coral Dragon, your Croco Dragon, your Shen, and then your 2 copies of Amazing Dragon. And then for your Exes, you have your Bamboozling Gossip Shadow, your Truking of Calamities, and for your Link monsters, you have your Halki Fibrex and your Needle Fiber, and also your Auroradon. Enough about this. Let's get into the replays, and I'll show you how to use this deck. So here we are, guys, and we actually won the coin toss, and we have a mediocre hand. Problem with this is, yeah, this is pretty good if we are going second, but nevertheless, we have Emergency Teleport. So we have 2 Ash Blossoms, 1 Skumara, 1 Emergency Teleport, and 1 Shaddoll Fusion. So let's make do with what we have for this hand. So first and foremost, we are going to use E-Tele to get Xiamin to the field. Xiamin will use its effect, get Foxy Tune to the hand. Foxy Tune will use its effect, discard itself, and 1 Skumara to the graveyard. Skumara then uses effect, send Wendy to the graveyard. So Wendy will then spell summon Skumara to the field. Madame Spider get a copy of the Dangerous Gabu, and then we set that one, and we move on to our Halki Fibrex Needle Fiber Auroradon combo. Let's forward this for a bit to the last part. So that's basically it. Summon your monsters, Garden Rose Dragon, Coral Dragon, and we move to our Croco Dragon. So Croco Dragon, we use the effect, draw 1 card. Coral Dragon, draw 1 card as well. So we have 2 additional cards added to our hand. We have Sharakusai. We banish Guardian Rose Dragon, spell summon Coral Dragon to the field. We Synchro Summon to our Shen. So we have Shen and we have Crocodile Dragon, we move up to True King of Calamities. Since we haven't normal summon, we set Hedgehog and we end our turn. So not the best of end board, but we have one negate and one True King of Calamities. Opponent will use Pot of Desires. We chain with Ash Blossom and then chain with our True King of Calamities just in case he uses anything else. So he used a Forbidden Droplet, so that's really sucky. So we're dealing with here is Sword Soul Tenyi deck. Summon Vision to the field, link off to Monk of the Tenyi, use Vision as effect to send my monster back to my extra deck. Normal summon Muyi, he revealed his emergence. We then activate Dangerous Gabu or Gabu to negate the effect of Muyi. He then used his emergence. So at this point, I really thought he is gonna get his Longyang, but he got his Teiya. So he doesn't have any Worm or Sword Soul monster in his hand. He attacked Hedgehog. Hedgehog, we get a copy of Schism to our hand, and he ends his turn. So at this point, so we can recover, banishing two different attributes. Spell summon Shen back to the field. We normal summon Skumara, destroy one monster. See, we just left Monk of the Tenyi so that we can use our Shaddoll Fusion. He then used his Ash Blossom. So basically that wasn't a worm monster after all. Yeah. So we used our Shaddoll Fusion, and then we're at this point on, he's gonna scope afterwards. So we move to our construct or Spell Summon our construct, or we can summon our Wendy to the field because this is more on Spell Summon deck. And then we get attacked, and then we get back our Garden Rose Maiden from out of play back to our graveyard, and then main phase 2 we Spell Summon our Coral Dragon to the field. I think we can either Synchro Summon to a higher monster, or we can also pop a card on the next turn if ever that's the case. Yeah, that's it. So he's cool. So that's it, guys. So second game, guys, and we have the worst of hand, and we also won the coin toss. So very bad. So at this point, I just skipped my turn and then hope for the best. But yeah, I will be punished for this. So let's see what will happen. And we're going up against an Adamancipator deck. So basically, that's the combo. He summons Needle Fiber to the field for a Union Carrier. Link Spider. Block. What was it? Block Dragon, yeah. Researcher. Gigantus. Will summon Gigantus. Researcher's gonna effect. Will summon one rock monster. He moves to another Adamancipator card. Yeah, I just had this forwarded. So we stop here. He summons his Burn on the Floor, and also his Time Thief Redoer. That's a good end board, but yeah, I almost died here, to be honest. See, with 600 life points, but we can make do. And like I said, this deck has a good recovery. So we use Ogre Dance to get a copy of our Xiamin. He didn't negate. I was trying to prompt a negation for Baron the Floor, but nevertheless, it's okay. So we summon Xiamin to the field and set our Schism. We then use our Shaddoll Fusion. He then used Baron for its effect. Negate the activation. Luckily, we have a copy of our Shaddoll Fusion on hand. Use the second copy. We fuse with Construct. So we banished Ariel. So we banished his rock monsters from his graveyard for that one. So that's that. So we send Wendy to the graveyard and then use this effect to special summon Dragon to the field. So at this point on, yeah, we have a level 8 and level 3 tuner. We move ahead and so instead of destroying one monster by the effect of construct, we can just return them back to the hand by special summoning Amazing Dragon to the field. So you can return a number of monsters on your opponent's side of the field depending on the number of psychic level 3 monsters in your graveyard. So we have 2 level 3 monsters for that. And we'll return Baron the Floor and Redoer. He then chained with Time Thief Redoer so that, yeah, he can banish and return his monster back to the field. Nevertheless, still okay, we managed to return Baron the Floor back to his extra deck. So we tried to deal any damage, but Secure Garda is still there, so there's no damage taken. We end our turn, he summoned his Redoer to the field again. Use a copy. So he got a magic card, he detached one card, draw one card, and then he used Item Emancipator to spell summon a monster from the excavated pile. We then use our Schism to spell summon Wendy to the field. So at this point, he can only spell summon one. Oh yeah, we send one card to the graveyard with the effect of Wendy. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we fusion summon our construct to the field or back to the field. Effect of construct and then Hedgehog for chain to avoid Cookie Mirror's effect. So yeah. Gate the effect. Attack Gardna, no damage taken. Attack 2800 and then attack for 3600. To the life points as set a copy of our Imperm and then Tribute for Beast. We then set for our El Shaddoll Fusion. In case Windy is gonna be destroyed, we can have one more copy. He then is defending. So we actually won this game. Draw 2 cards, return 1 card back to the hand. Effect of Amazing Dragons, we'll summon our Foxy Tune, attack for the defense monster, then we go for lethal. We have more than lethal. So that's it. So last game, guys, we won the coin toss. So now we have a good hand, to be honest. So we have Foxy Tune, 1 Ogre Dance, 1 Shaddoll Fusion, Cold by the Grave, and 1 Crossout Designator. So let's go. Use Ogre Dance effect. Get a copy of, I think we got here, Madame Spider, yeah. So Foxy Tune's gonna be activated. Send to the graveyard and 1 Crossout Designator, and then we spell summon our Xiamin and then our Madame Spider. Get a copy of another Foxy Tune, and since we only have 1 Punk Trap card, so we can't use that one. We move forward for the Aurora Dawn and Haki 5Rex combo. Let's fast forward this one. There we go. So there are a lot of variants on there are a lot of variants for the Aurora Dawn combo. Most of them have been using Karakuri and Mecha Phantom Beast. So yeah, where are we? So we set 1 card after the whole combo. Well, 2 cards to be honest. So we set Imperm and then 1 Gabu after the whole combo, and then we end our turn. So we are dealing with God deck. So basically this is a Numeron deck. If I'm not mistaken, he's gonna use its effect. So this part right here is where I made my mistake. So right here, I was going for attack, but yeah, I forgot about one specific card. Yeah. So basically, yeah, that's he tributed my 3 monsters and then get his spear mode to the field. I then use my Shaddoll fusion to summon my construct. So basically, nothing can affect this card. So that's a problem here. Let's fast forward this one. So I end my turn, and on his turn, he managed to summon Ra to the field. I tried using Gabu, but he used his Blazing Cannon. So it's unaffected now with everything else. So he managed to destroy my construct, get a copy of my Shaddoll fusion from that destruction. So here I'm just testing out to what extent is it unaffected. Nevertheless, we got damage for 4,000, so we are left with 2,800. And we draw into Max C. That's a bad card. And then for our draw phase, on the next turn, we draw into Called by the Grave. Nevertheless, we Spell Summon Shen-Shen to the field and try to make the best out of it. Use Shen-Shen's effect, get our Rose Maiden from the auto play. We then use our Maiden's effect to spell some Coral Dragon, and Coral Dragon has a specific effect that's very useful for us. Discarding 1 card to destroy 1 card on the field. We then banish Ra and then end our turn. So at this circumstances, I should have placed him in attack mode, but nevertheless, he bricked on his draw phase. So we do Shen-Shen Spell Summon again to the field, and then normal summon 1 monster to end everything else. Pop 1 back row just for safekeeping, and we do our damage. So that is that. So that's it for the replays, guys. And if you like this kind of content in the near future, please like and subscribe for more content. See you guys in the next video. Keep safe, good luck, and have a good day. Bye bye.